Hey, dads, get ready. These are the best family cars that you will actually enjoy driving. We aren't talking about minivans. We are talking about fast cars that can hit track days, 4 doors for a family, a big trunk for a stroller, Costco tissue rolls, potty, diaper bag, groceries, and enough horsepower to make you giggle louder than your kids eating ice cream. Because let's be real, you shouldn't have to give up your passion for cars just because you love your family. So, if you're a dad who craves performance but still needs it to be practical, this video is for you. This is Turbo Itchy, let's start. We'll go from cheapest to the most expensive car. Volkswagen Golf GTI Mark 8. GTI has been the king of hot hatches since it all started in 1976 with the Mark 1. GTI stands for Grand Touring Injection. It's what they call their direct injection system. Even in its 8th generation, the GTI sticks to what made it great. Lightweight, front-wheel drive, fun, practical, and affordable. It's got a massive enthusiast community and huge aftermarket support. And I'm not just hyping it up. I owned a Mark 5 GTI myself and absolutely loved it. GTI has won more awards than you've won Best Dad Awards and has been featured on Car and Driver's annual 10 Best Car list 19 times.
Wow.
Okay, alright, we get it. The GTI is very fun, but how does it work as a family car? Being a hatchback, there's tons of space in the back. The rear seats can be folded down to load your stroller, oversized diaper bag, and a strider bike. Plus, having a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo, it's quite fuel efficient, and it comes with all the modern safety sensing features you'd expect from cars these days. You'll need them when you're distracted from your kid vomiting in the backseat. If you like the GTI, but you aren't a fan of front-wheel drive, and the 241 horsepower isn't fast enough to get your kids to school in time, then the Golf R is for you. It's the all-wheel drive cousin of the GTI and has 315 horsepower. It comes with all the fun and practicality of the GTI, and it's hard to tell them apart at a glance. It does, however, cost a good chunk more at around $51,000 Canadian. I personally like the GTI more. The red stripe on the front grille and red calipers does it for me. Red means fast. Moving on to the next sporty but practical family car. Toyota GR Corolla. You might be thinking, how the heck is a Corolla fun? Isn't it for student drivers and retirees? No. Look at the GR badge. GR stands for Gazoo Racing, which is the name of Toyota's in-house performance division. The GR Corolla is built specifically in the GR factory located in Japan, separate from the regular Corolla assembly line. This car is one amongst 4 GR titled performance cars that Toyota sells. The GR86, GR Supra, and GR Yaris. These are all highly rated performance cars. The 1.6-liter 3-cylinder turbo engine sounds tiny, but it was designed to compete in the World Rally Championship. It outputs 300 horsepower and runs on an all-wheel drive platform. You get a choice of either a 6-speed manual or 8-speed auto for your left foot when it is injured from carrying your 99th percentile baby. You don't have to worry that your neighbor will mistake your car as a regular Corolla. The GR has a wide body kit, carbon fiber roof, 3 exhaust pipes. Oh, and unlike its GR Supra brother, it has real functional vents. Let me say that again. Real vents. The foundation of the car is still a practical family hatchback, so you still get the roomy cargo space and enough seats for your 4 flesh babies and their giant Pokemon Squishmallows. And because it's a Toyota, maintenance is low and more reliable than your kid's overnight diaper. On to the next family-friendly ride that car lovers will enjoy. Honda Civic Type R. Sure, it's based on a humble Civic, but the Type R badge holds significant meaning. Obviously, the R stands for racing, but every Type R ever built becomes an instant classic and creates a new swarm of Honda fanboys. 315 horsepower is just enough to get your partner to their facial appointment on time and will hurt the feelings of your Bugatti Veyron owner friends when you tell them your Civic has a faster lap record than their $1 million plus hypercar at the Nürburgring. Oh yeah, the Civic Type R holds the record for the fastest front-wheel drive production car at the Nürburgring. It only comes with a manual option for the purists, and despite how it looks, it's actually a hatchback. It's got a comfort mode for when your little angel is napping and a plus R mode for when you are battling Karens for that last parking spot at Costco. It has Honda's famous reliability, great fuel efficiency, and modern safety features to keep your road rage in check. The cargo space is actually ridiculously large. It has more space than every other hatchback competitor and larger than nearly every subcompact SUV. This car is in-laws approved. If you are itching to buy one now after listening to me but live in Canada, good luck. The Civic Type R is extremely limited in Canada. If you didn't pre-order it already, there is no chance of buying a new one. You would have a better chance of getting your kid to eat vegetables.
No.
Honda Canada, if you are watching this, please ship more to Canada, okay? You can email me and feel free to give me an allocation. Thank you. If telling your friends you drive a Civic makes you feel embarrassed, you can look at its twin brother, the Acura Integra Type S. It's the Civic Type R's more premium, comfortable sibling. It has higher quality interior materials and softer suspension for those sensitive nappers in the back. Really is 99% the same car, but you'll be paying extra for the luxury and comfort. I will say though, the Type R badge is more prestigious. Acura slaps Type S on pretty much everything they sell, but Type R is an undiluted experience reserved for cars that are always special. Now, let's talk about the next thrilling family car, and it's the only EV on the list. Hyundai Ioniq 5N. What the heck? Isn't this a crossover? Yeah, technically, but guess what? I made this list and I refuse to acknowledge this as anything close to an SUV. So let me persuade you with 641 horsepower and a drift mode. There is even a special DK edition coming out.
You know what DK stands for? Donkey Kong. Drift King.
Do I really want to spend $80,000 for a Hyundai? Not really, but I'm going to say this is the most fun EV you can buy today. Under normal conditions, it has 600 horsepower, but hit the end green mode and it increases it up to 641 horsepower. To add on to the playfulness, it has simulated engine revs, gear shifts, and noise. Yeah, it's as big as your kid's Fisher-Price smartphone, but they have fun playing with it, and so will you in the Ioniq 5N. Of course, it's still the tuned version of a very well-received family car, so you'll still be able to do road trips with the family. Just don't go far because the 600 plus horsepower means you only have about 350 kilometers of range. We just talked about an N car, now it's time to talk about an M. BMW M5 Touring. The M5 Touring is not the first M wagon ever sold, but it is the first one to be sold in North America, which makes it special. The M badge obviously means motorsport, and any BMW slapped with this badge means it's going to be a performance model. Despite its monstrous weight and being a plug-in hybrid, it still has a track mode to make use of the 727 horsepower. That's supercar levels of horsepower. You might ask, is that really necessary for a family car? Of course it is. How else will your kids flex about you in school? It has all-wheel drive for those snowy drop-offs, but you can set it up to be rear-wheel drive only if you want to be drifting out of Walmart. Thankfully, its grille isn't as ugly as recent BMWs. Actually, I think it looks pretty good. This unique Isle of Man green metallic paint job surprisingly doesn't cost extra, so you'll save some money, and you will need to because this car costs over 130,000 Canadian dollars. Being a wagon, it has huge cargo space. With the back seats down, you can go to IKEA, build a desk, and still return it fully assembled. Now, let's move on to its rival, Audi RS6 Advant Performance. RS means Rennsport, which is German for racing. It costs about the same as the BMW M5 Touring, but it has 100 horsepower less at 621 horsepower. The advantage of the Audi over the BMW is that it weighs about 500 pounds less. Audi threw in a mild hybrid system to help with the fuel efficiency of its 4-liter V8, which is like giving your toddler a single chicken nugget and expecting them to be full. The RS6 Advant is a direct competitor to the BMW M5 Touring, so feature-wise, it's pretty similar. Of course, if you want to drive an Audi like Iron Man, you would choose this one. It has launch control to get from 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. That is supercar levels of acceleration, and you'll need it to get home as soon as possible when your kid is about to have a diarrhea in the backseat of your $140,000 Audi. It has a more refined and mature look compared to the aggressive M5, which will help you convince those soccer moms that you are real-life Tony Stark. Open the hatch, drop the seats down, and now you have enough space to put a week's worth of groceries and the bodies of people who gave you unsolicited parenting advice. That's all the cars I wanted to highlight today for you car-loving parents. Who's ready to trade in their minivans? Please comment below what your daily is. I would love to hear how you stay passionate about cars while still needing a practical family vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button or your kid will have a meltdown. You've been warned.